everywhere I go, attachment is expecting and craving the nice things. Not for 1 second would we think that emotions are driven by thoughts. And that is really true. When we start to go, and then how do you work that out? How do you prove that anger is just a bunch of thoughts? The body is involved. The body is shaking. The words are pouring out the mouth. Your heart is beating. The blood is racing. The tears are coming out of your head, out of your eyes, But that's physical. But what's driving that emotion, what's driving that physicality, is underneath, deep in our bones, which we've never paid attention to, is the thought. But we don't analyze it like this. We just call that normal. Well, Buddha's questioning it. He says, no, it's normal. Yep, you all got it. But honey, I'm sorry, it's the cause of your suffering. Because guaranteed, you won't always get what attachment wants. So you look at your life 1,000 times a day. Look at your life. 1,000 times a day, attachment won't get what it wants. You drop the cup when you're washing the dishes. The car jumps in front of you. Your husband doesn't do what you want when you want it. The noise is too loud. You get a pain in your knee. Think about these baby, seemingly insignificant events. We never pay attention to them. But what happens every time they come? Attachment doesn't get what it wants, so you get annoyed. Well, annoyed is a polite word for mild anger. How dare that happen to me? That should not have happened. That should not have happened. Or listen to that loud noise. I don't want that. So we're going between attachment and aversion 1,000 times a day. Now, it's only when the aversion becomes volatile, then that's called anger. That's only then that we notice. We don't notice when attachment gets what it wants because we assume it's normal and we just greedily want more. We expect more. We just don't question it. We never question that assumption. It's even when the small things happen that I don't want, we just accept it. You drop the cup, you get annoyed. The wrong sound, you get annoyed. And all these things build up. We don't think it's a problem. Again, you don't go to your therapist when you get annoyed. She'll laugh at you. You go to your therapist when you want to get very annoyed, but it's anger. You want to kill yourself or your boyfriend. It's too late. It's like going to the mechanic when the wheels are already off. It's too late. So this is the point. Buddha's view of the mind is so nuanced. It's so precise. It's so subtle. And I really mean this. We have to learn to investigate more deeply and more deeply and more deeply to begin to listen to these misconceptions. We have to listen to these misconceptions and identify them. But the hard part is to see them as misconceptions, because that seems like cruel. Of course I want to be happy. Of course I want the cake when I want it. Of course I want only the nice things. We say, of course, meaning it's natural, meaning you don't question it. But that's what Buddha's getting us to do. So this means we have to then learn to understand more the Buddha's view of the mind and how these unhappy states of mind function. That's Buddha's expertise. This incredible, sophisticated understanding of the actual cognitive process itself, the actual way the mind works, the thoughts work, That's what's fascinating. I mean, we would not have thought this, and this has been around literally, really 3,000 years, all in the literature. And it's only really now with this holiness in the world, isn't it, that people are starting to realize all this amazing knowledge has been around for so long. For we arrogant modern people who think we created everything, So we have the best ideal if we say we're going to be Buddhists, we like to be Buddhists, that's our decision, no one's forcing us, then we need to learn to know the Buddhist view of the mind, why we need to study it. Because it's very sophisticated. The knowledge is incredible. It's so intellectual. It's so technical in the beginning. When you learn to understand, you learn to study it first. Then you put meat on the bones, and then you learn the key job of being a Buddhist is learning to distinguish in your mind, as they're happening, which is advanced, between the neuroses and the virtues.